Okay. We are live. Let me turn this down and go. And we're going live on Instagram as well. Hey guys, we're gonna get right into it. Basically, pretty simple process here. We're just going straight through what it's like to be in acquisitions, and I've got a ton of leads to go through. So you guys are going to see a lot of different types of calls, hopefully some closing calls. Those are the best ones. All right. Gainesville, Florida. All right, Miss Geraldine Williams. Just adding her contact info, and we're going to give her a call. I had to create the record. Sorry, guys, give me 2 seconds here. Phone number and email, and then we're going to be off to the races. Okay. Other than that, everything, every one of these other leads, it's warm in here, are already set. So it's just gonna be straight calls. And this is coming from Lead Zolo. Not sure if I put it in this description or not, but if not, it will be after this is uploaded. The Lead Zolo affiliate link that we have is going to be listed below. All right, let's get into it. Come on, Geraldine. Ooh. Chris,
please
what's up,
leave
buddy?
your message for 8:31. Please leave your message for 8.
All right, you know your boy's triple dialing.
Please leave your message for 831-498-6064.
Hi, Geraldine. This is Brad Garcia with Lazarus Property Group. Just responding. Looks like you reached out about a property on Castle Drive in Gainesville that you are interested in selling. Had a couple questions for you to see if we'd be a good fit to purchase it. Give me a call back when you can. 858-290-7525. Again, that's Brad with Lazarus Property Group. 858-290-7525. Talk to you soon. Bye. Okay, so I leave a voicemail, and then I also am I've got a templated text that I send out specifically for these leads. And then I put them in an immediate follow-up sequence. So if I can't get to it tomorrow, or for some reason the manual follow-up process that I have it doesn't slip through the cracks. And then I also have a manual task that I set so that I do reach out to them manually tomorrow and not leaving it fully up to the automated system, which is fine. But these are and I'm okay with doing that with other leads, but these are inbound warm leads that I want to get to pretty much immediately. Okay, no answers. Hopefully we get some callbacks. Let me just go through here. Some responses over the last couple of days. This is a lead in Phoenix. He actually had another property that we were close to. I actually sent the contract over and walked him through it with. Obviously didn't go through with that one. He has another property that he actually wants to sell, and we're hoping to get on the call to discuss that. He's just been really evasive, to be honest, since I last spoke with him. So Sorry, Instagram. Okay.
It's been forwarded to an automatic voice message system 480.
Let me text this guy because we finally got our texting back with CallRail. So, hey, Rico. Okay, just so you guys know, I said, hey, Rika, it's been a while since we were able to get on the phone. I wanted to discuss the home in Phoenix. When's a good time to chat? And I have tried him so many times. This is one of those times where I'm just gonna put him in the automated process and move on because any additional manual touches is just a waste of time. Okay. What the heck? Hi, oh man, all right. Hold on, I'll catch you guys up here in 2 seconds. So we had a lead that is ripe, just absolutely ripe for subject to. We were going back and forth. They've had 13 subject to offers and been trying to hold out because it finally came out on one of the calls with the agent that they didn't want to relinquish control of their VA entitlement for an unknown period of time. And so, just asked her like if they would be open to a shorter time frame where we had a balloon that was able to go off and then we'd either refinance or resell, in which case their entitlement would go back to them and, everybody be a win-win. Well, over the weekend, they said, yeah, they have it sounds great. Everything's looking good. Finally get back in touch. And now she's saying they're going back to wanting to hold out for a veteran to assume it or come in with new financing. So it is what it is, can't win them all. Okay, Geraldine, she called back actually. All right. How did I miss that? Why did it not come in? You guys can't hear. You could just- Yo, YouTube chat. Let me know. Can you guys hear the ringing?
Please leave your message for 831498660.
All right. She's called back. So. Okay, now we got a JV lead. By the way, if you guys are looking to either get a property under contract creatively, whatever way that looks like, or you got a property under contract you need to sell, we do JV with other investors that are doing one of those two things or both. So let me know if you're watching on Instagram. My Instagram is Brad Does Real Estate, all underscores in between each of those. And the JV form is in my link tree. I will make sure it's linked in the description of this YouTube once it goes, once it's posted. But that is probably one of the hardest things about, being a newer investor or wholesaler is finding a buyer, but like good buyers that have, a wide enough buy box that they're actually going to buy your deals, and follow through, and also not be other wholesalers who are going to try to daisy chain. And so for newer investors, it's almost easier. It's like, you take a slice of the pie instead of the whole pie, but to ensure that you get some pie at all. 100% of zeros, not as good as 50% of something. So, but yeah, we can help you out. This was submitted by the JV form, so it looks like it's a listed property. It's a low equity deal, so. Okay, listed, how long has it been listed? Listed for 28 days. All right, that's kind of getting on that borderline of not long enough, really, but it's also like, okay, it's been 30 days and you guys haven't gotten in, you guys haven't moved. There's something's going on. They did have a pending sale at the very beginning, and they just purchased in 2021. Yeah, all right, that makes sense. Okay, let's see here. I'm gonna have to call him. He didn't put in the contact info in there, so. All right, moving along. You know what? I'm doing this through Zoom. YouTube guys, you guys are in luck. I'm actually going to show you guys my process. So 3-call process. First call is discovery. Second call is anchoring. Third call is offer. The step 2 call is primarily dictated by the comps that we can pull. So let's see if I can find comps that would support the valuation that they're looking for, which I think it does. Let's just see here. All right. And I will share my screen here in a second. One second, this pulled up for the people, guys on YouTube. You guys be able to see this. Okay. So we got a 3-1, 990 square feet. So my filter is going to be set at a square feet max. So it has it at 1,000. I'm not going to look at anything over 1,000 square feet, especially for a property under 1,000, because once you hit that, 999 square foot threshold, your values drop off quite dramatically. And we got a 3-bed, 1-bath. Okay. So got a 2-2, 984 square feet sold on. Actually, let me share my screen, guys, so you can see this. Okay. 2-2, 984 square feet, 100,000 on the 19th of July. Okay. Here's subject property. Okay, I'm going to go out to the map, zoom out. Okay, that's the one we just looked at. And we got another one, the 3-2. Yeah, it's tough, even though it's under 1,000 square feet. I mean, That's tough because it's, oh wait, no, hold on. Ours isn't a 2-2. Ours is a 3-1. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. We got the extra bathroom. Okay. So let's look at the condition here. I mean, not great, you know, it's like LVP flooring. White appliances. These are not like super updated. This is not a great countertops. This is like a rent grade rehab at best, and that went for 190. So that's not bad whatsoever. Why did this one sell for such a smaller amount though? Doesn't have the garage, or it's detached. No, it doesn't look like a garage that can be used. Okay. All right, let's keep looking. Keep looking. We need to build the, we need to be able to build the narrative that we are looking for right now, which is he wants 95 to 100, got an offer at 107. Okay. 3-1, 936 on Dawson. This one was, you know, much nicer. All right, so that kind of basically at 100 grand, we can novate for anything over like 115, 110, 115. Anything over 110 or 115 is gonna be profit. So if we could list even for 130, you know, we're making 15K, 135, 120, you know. So let me just, the one thing I'm worried about is the brother. There's a younger brother. That's squatting. So let's figure that out. Tony, what is going on? Tony's on my Instagram. For those watching on YouTube, I run both.
Please leave your message for 3174.
Nope, not getting away that easy. Oh gosh, why am I sweating so much? I'm warm. Well, guess we're gonna have to leave a message.
Please leave your message for 3174153979.
Hey, Patrick, Brad Garcia here with Lazarus Property Group. I think I've left a message for you before. I'm trying to get in touch with you regarding the property on 25th Ave in Beech Grove. Looks like you are trying to get that sold. And I had a couple of questions for you, see if you'd be a good fit to purchase it. You can give me a call back. Phone number is 858-290-7525. Again, that's Brad Garcia with Lazarus Property Group. Talk to you soon. All right, and then we're obviously sending him the canned text. And we're putting your boy in the automated follow-up. And we're putting them into a manual task. Okay, so this guy is getting triple tapped, you know what I mean? That way, you know, nothing. That's why I love Forefront, guys. If you don't use, if you need a good CRM, Forefront CRM. Okay. This system is baller, and you basically, you know, when you are like done with your day, if you've done everything correctly, you are not leaving anything by the wayside, nothing's falling through the cracks. And things are being touched for you. You know what I mean? Constantly. As time goes on, you're adding things to automated follow-up sequences after they haven't, responded to you via your own texts or calls. Let the system do the grunt work for you. Okay, moving on. Okay, this was another wholesaler that wanted to have us JV.
Your
with-
call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system.
Just changed her mind.
Two,
She was stoked about them. I explained the innovation process to her. It was a lead that she was like Hail Marying anyway. He's like, yeah, I was trying to like do it, but like if you have a way to get buyers, I'm like, sure enough, we do. I'm not gonna leave it a minute. If she doesn't answer, I'm just gonna text her. Oh, hey, what up, brother? Aaron, what's going on, bro?
your call has been forwarded.
Okay, let me just text her real quick, just see what's going on. Hey, like, do you still wanna like do this or what? Okay, man. Well, I wish I could type faster, but dang. Glad JV did. Yeah, hey. Nobody's giving up on you, bro. All right. I know you're putting in work. Everybody, yeah, Aaron is a stud. He's brought me multiple deals to look at. We actually almost had one. And the seller changed his mind. So yeah, Aaron's been putting in that work and doing it on his lunches and after his W-2. My boy is a killer. Yeah, keep it up, buddy. All right, let's see here. We have. Okay. All right, we got a step 2 call. Let's see what we got here. 3-bed. Oh. Zillow doesn't have the bath count. I should have a property radar profile. I do. It's also doesn't tell me. Okay. Man, nobody's telling me anything about this. All right, well, let me look at the notes. Okay, 4-bed, 1-bath, 960 square feet. Those are some tiny bedrooms. Okay, property needs work, bathrooms, needs new carpet. Well, let's see. I think my underwriter took a look at this. Let's see what he came up with. Okay, it has his listing value of 130. Which means 117 is break even, so we would want to get it closer to like 97. 97, 90, somewhere in there. All right, let me see if I can paint a picture. So again, when you are pulling these comps to do your anchors with, you're creating a narrative, you're creating a story with them. You get to use the data to pull to create this narrative that you want the seller to go down. And then we can get their expectation of value a little lower. Got a 2-1. Ours is he says 4-1. I bet you anything it's like a bonus room. That fourth room doesn't count as a bedroom. So we'll go to 3-1 with a bonus room. I mean, 960 square feet. This is a 2-1, 910 square feet sold a week ago, week and a half ago for 155, and it is in immaculate condition. Let me share my screen again. I want you guys to see this process here on YouTube. If you guys are on my Instagram, I love you. I just can't share my screen with you guys. I'm sorry. Okay, so you see here, close to the square footage. It's a 1 less bedroom. We just sold, so that's good. Okay, let's go to the next one. All right, here's the subject property. Let's look at some details too. 54 build. It's a 5,600 square foot lot, and it has a detached garage. Okay. So again, my filter set at a max of 1,000 square feet. I don't want to see anything over 1,000 square feet. And I've got it set for the last 90 days. If I'm scrolling out and I don't see a lot of sales, then I'll push it back a little bit because I want to stay in the same area before I go to a larger radius. Oops. Oh, I'm gonna spill my Starbucks. And here we go. This is exactly what I'm talking about, guys. Okay. I have a property, 3-bed, 1-bath, 910 square feet that sold in July. All right. It's a 58 build. It's got the detached garage and basically the same square footage lot, 73 grand. Okay. Bingo. Bingo was his name on. That's what we're looking for. And that's the story we're going to tell them. Hey, underwriting took a look. Here is what we're seeing in the area for like condition. 73 grand. Now, if I can find one more in like the 80 as a 2-1, 3-1. Here we go. Look at that. We have a 3-1, 845 square feet that sold for 90K. Okay. And like not great condition, like would need at the very least a rental turnover. At the very least, like if you were just going to hold it, okay. And there's our second one. So now we have 2. I try a minimum of 2. Okay, I'm going to take these and put them on the record as anchors. Good, just so you guys know. Okay, but we got 2 anchors at 90 and 73. That's what we're looking for. Okay. So then I'm going to call this guy and just present it as, hey, got pushed over. This is, what underwriting is telling us.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system.
Hello.
Hey, Anthony.
Yes.
Hey, it's Brad Garcia with Lazarus Property Group. How are you?
Okay. How about you?
Doing well. Thanks for asking. You spoke with my assistant Erica the other day about the property on Villa Ave.
Okay.
Does that ring a bell?
Yes.
You remember that conversation? Okay, perfect. Yeah. Just wanted to go over a few things with you real quick, if that's okay. Did I catch you at a bad time or do you got a couple minutes?
I got a few minutes.
Few minutes. Okay, perfect. So yeah, I just wanted to briefly go over some of the information I got. And from the underwriting team, they took a preliminary look at it after Erica spoke with you and pushed some information for me to go over with you. Before I get into that, I just wanted to confirm. Let's see, 960 square foot. Now, all the property records I can see have it as a 3-bed. The notes here has it as a 4-bedroom. Which one of those is accurate?
Yeah, it has 4 off rooms. 3 of them have a closet, the 4th one doesn't.
Okay,
I don't know where that would leave it. It
Yeah.
does have window access for, I mean, if you put a baby in there, a bassinet in there, or whatever you wanted to do in there, I guess you could use it for an office if you wanted to, or
Mm.
whatever, but it physically has 4 rooms that could be used as bedrooms.
understood. Gotcha. Okay. As far as like the marketing and selling goes, it is a 3-bed with a bonus room, it sounds like, or an office, or just because it does need that closet and that window. So that's kind of what I figured. I just wanted to
Yeah.
confirm.
Yeah, it does have the window for sure. They all 4 of those rooms have the exact same window.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
All right. And then I guess it does need quite a bit of updating from what I hear. Is that accurate?
Yep, that's accurate.
Okay, gotcha. Is it vacant now or do you have a tenant in there?
Vacant now, yes.
Okay, vacant now. Perfect. All right. And then as far as like the reason for selling, is there,
Retiring.
you're retiring. Okay. There's not like a dead body that's you buried and trying to get away from under the floorboards or
No, I
like
started.
that.
I've got it about 3/4 where I want to get it to rehab it, but I have a bunches of them.
okay.
I mean, I've had as many as 30 at one time.
Wow. All right.
So I've been in the business. I've had apartment buildings. I have quite a few right now. I sold the apartment buildings about 2 years ago. Most of those, and got rid of some. You know, just I'm 70. I turned 70.
Wow, you sound great.
overwhelmed. So
Sound great.
that's
Awesome.
the
Very
reason.
exciting. Okay,
I mean, I'm
gotcha.
not dying to sell it or, have to get rid of it or desperate or anything like that. So
Gotcha. Yeah.
that's where I'm at.
Understood. Okay. So you're just retiring, not really wanting to be a landlord anymore. And then as far as like the timeline, you're not in a rush. I hear that. But you wouldn't be opposed to closing in like 30 or 60 days.
I wouldn't, yeah, correct.
Okay.
I wouldn't be opposed to close in 30 days. That wouldn't bother me at all.
Okay. Okay, great. All right, awesome.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they'd taken a quick look in the area and just brought a couple things to my attention. And just so you know, like they're using Fannie Mae appraisal guidelines. They're only look at properties within a half mile or so that have sold within the last 90 days is the target. And typically we can find what we need there. If not, then they'll go back to 6 months, but really no more than that. And they're going to give
Yeah.
that.
If you're not familiar with that area, I mean, that is the only street in that entire area that has sidewalks.
Understood. Okay.
So it's a little wider than the rest of them. When I was 11, I delivered a newspaper to that house.
Wow.
So I've been in that area a long time.
Amazing.
I grew up for a period of time about 6 blocks from that house. So I had a newspaper route
Oh,
in
wow.
that area. It's pretty close to a nice little golf course.
Yeah.
All the football players from the high school used to run that golf course at night to stay in shape. So I mean, it's a nice little area in there. And there's a
Sounds
little
like
suburb town or part of Indianapolis called Beech Grove that's right there at the edge of that.
Yes,
So
Beech Grove, yeah.
it's a nice. It was a great blue collar neighborhood in the 70s and the 80s. I mean, a lot of auto worker people and that kind of stuff was there.
Gotcha. Has that changed now?
I see it more as they probably are there. I don't see the auto worker economy as I don't know, jumping. So much stuff that the computers hit are just crazy. What
Yeah.
jobs people do with that kind of the industry is just different than you know, a
Yeah.
physical kind of person that you
Absolutely.
deliver the newspaper to that, you know, left and went to work on the assembly line at Ford or Chrysler or Chevrolet
Yep.
is not who jumps out at you anymore. I'm sure there's
Right.
auto, and I don't, you know, with all the robotics and stuff, I'm not sure there is as many auto workers as there once was, you know. Who knows?
Yeah, yeah, it's kind of unfortunate. American, auto manufacturing industry kind of tanked after that
It's
2008.
what's different.
Yep, definitely
Yeah, I
different.
mean, I would compare a lot of that to the, you know, gosh, in our area right now, in that area, probably more people are FedEx and a lot of the stuff that's out by the airport where things are coming in and moving out.
Mm. So still blue
that-
collar, right? Hasn't the neighborhood hasn't really changed as far as like being.
Oh yeah,
diverse,
it's still blue collar. I mean, it's not
Okay.
poor or anything like that. The
Correct.
neighborhoods are. I mean, the houses are clean, the grass are mowed, and the
Nice.
things are upkept pretty darn nice.
Okay, great.
Um,
So that whole area is
yeah,
nice.
yeah,
Yeah, perfect. Perfect.
yeah. I mean, that's still a nice solid spot, and that street's the best one in the whole bunch. You know,
Okay, got it.
just
Got it.
simply because that's like I don't know if the
You sure you're not
contractor
biased?
started on that street.
I'm just pulling your leg. No, that's awesome. Yeah, no, that's great. And underwriters are taking a look at all that and kind of taking that into consideration. But yeah,
Yep.
I just wanted to go over a few of the properties that jumped out to them that are in that immediate area. First one is on St. Peter Street. It's kind of is a couple streets down from Villa.
Yep.
You familiar? Okay, perfect. Yeah. This one was a 3-bed, 1-bath as well, about 910 square feet. So right in the perfect that threshold that we're looking for. Was a little newer build. It was a 58, and also has the detached garage with about the same lot size. And that one sold on July 3rd for $73,000.
Okay.
Then we got the other one that they brought up was on East Tabor Street. You familiar with that street?
Tabor.
Yes.
Okay.
Gotcha. Yeah, that was a 3-bed, 1-bath as well. A little smaller, 845 square feet, but within that threshold and under that 1,000 square foot mark is kind of what we're looking for. It was, let's see here, a little older build, 1890, does have 2 garage and about the same lot size with central heating and air. And this one sold for $90,500.
Okay, so let's cut to the chase. Okay, I got a standing offer for $125,000. I'm not going to go for anything less than that, and I really want more than that. So all of those don't mean diddly to me. Okay,
Wow.
I sold 3 in the area. I sold 3 in the area for 150.
What?
So that's where I'm at.
Okay, 3 of the exact same comparable size, square footage, bed bath count, condition, or are we talking about completely different houses? Because that does matter, right? I hung up on it. Really hope this guy's phone died. That's crazy.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated
It's
voice
all,
messaging
baby.
system.
I'm gonna leave this guy a voicemail.
Tony Elrod.
Is not available.
Tony,
At the tone,
Call me
please
back.
record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options. To leave a callback number, press 5.
hey Tony, what's going on? It's Brad. We were just on the phone, not sure what happened, got disconnected. Would like to continue the conversation. If you can, give me a call back. I'm not sure if your phone died, so if you gotta turn it back on and charge it, that's fine. You got my number. Give me a call back. I have a sneaking suspicion that guy just didn't want to talk to me after kind of, which is fine. I mean, that's kind of part of the reason why we do the anchoring. It's like, look, you have an expectation about a value expectation of 130. Well, it's 130. Well, my comps aren't supporting that. They're supporting a much lower number, and you're telling me you have an offer within $5,000 of where you want to be. Like, why are we even talking? That's either just a number somebody threw out, or you don't really have that offer. Like, and I don't know, he's been in the game for a while, kind of a savvier guy. Says he owned 30 doors at one time, so he could be posturing. I'll give it some time and reach back out to him, but like, again, not a ton of motivation. These guys, they just want to, it's just a pissing contest at the end of the day. All right, moving on. Oh, my beautiful wife. My wife's pregnant. She's looking for her nausea medication. Got a little one on the way. All right. Oh, okay. So this is like a step 2.5. We'll call it step 2.5. Because I called him to anchor him already. So I already did my step 2 call, but I'm not calling to present him with an offer yet. It's kind of like an intermediary. Because there are 2 or 3 other siblings that he needed to talk to get their like rock bottom price. And I want to know that before I present him with the offer. I just haven't been able to get back in touch with them. Which is unfortunate, man. Oh, man, these last week and a half to 2 weeks have been just up and down, not been consistent.
Please leave your
letting things
message for.
go, and it's really showing, which is my bad. But man, it just goes to show you guys, speed the lead. You can't let these things go. Hey, appreciate it, Aaron. Appreciate it, my man. Aaron said congrats on the baby. Appreciate you, brother. But yeah, back to that, just like stay consistent. If you get in and get out and get in and get out and get in and get out, especially if you're starting, like you will have no momentum. Even if you've got a ton of momentum, you stop and you don't get into it, man, it is hard to get back in that group. And it's like the people that you would have been able to get in touch with and like close, you're not able to just like hop back on the phone and like jump back in unless you have this like amazing rapport, which most of the time you're not going to if you just let them like float off into the ether. All right, so who do I want to talk to? What's going to be the best call here? Okay, step 1. I tried to call this guy 2 days ago, John Schmidt. John Jacob Schmidt. Why sit still? Appreciate you, brother. YouTube comment. So genuine energy, hard work, like the reps do the work. Appreciate you, bro. Right back at you. All games matter. That's right, baby. I love it. Yeah, I appreciate you, bro. Welcome to the channel. Thanks for watching. Hopefully subscribe. Helps us out a big time. But yeah, dude. And we are actually hiring for
John Smith. I'm not in at the
We're
moment, but
hiring
if you use
for-
your name and telephone.
hiring for 2 or 3 acquisitions. And so we're looking at our KPIs like super hardcore. You guys, you gotta hit your numbers. You gotta hit your daily dials. You gotta hit your talk time. And for us to be able to hire, we're really looking at those numbers and keeping ourselves accountable. So, yeah, you gotta just do the reps. Gotta do the reps. All right. Okay. Now we're just putting this guy in the automated sequence because I've called him like 5 times already. our Alabama lead, who was this close to closing, I did not close him. I let him go because he said he needed some time. I'll never do that. Always get the contract signed, push the closing date out. And I mean, you vets know that, you know. I don't need to tell you that. That was a rookie mistake. And now, and what happens? You never gonna get in touch with me. You never get in touch with me.
I'm sorry, the
All right, texting him. Oh, my back. Okay, boom, just trying to get back in touch with you regarding the house at so and so, ask, yada yada, give me a call, what's a good time to chat, you know, all that stuff. That's what I'm texting, just so you guys know. I have a really bad habit of like talking, and then when I'm texting, like. It's hard to narrate what you're doing, guys. I don't know if you know that or not. All right. Okay, property in California. Palma Valley, California. This is a launch control lead, which is our texting platform. All right. He was going through divorce, wants to be at 1.25 firm. Listed, come on. What, so this, okay, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, waste your time. I mean, the property is like. Wait, this, I'm sharing my screen, YouTube. This is not a lead. For why? For why? 28 days on Zillow. Okay, that's, you're gonna get that in the like more rural markets. Okay, so you're gonna get a little higher average days on market. Okay, but this property is immaculate. There's no value add opportunity. It's like an Art Deco. So like this is like an artistic expression type, like unique piece. And it's listed at 1.25. Okay, so like what are we going for here? That this is more so like a training point for those of you guys that have VAs. This should not have ever been pushed over for me to even look at because it's not a lead. There's nothing for us to do here. I was gonna look at where is, there we go, price history. Here you go, sold. Okay, yeah, see, they're selling for almost double what they bought it for 9 years ago. 7 years ago. What am I doing? I can't even do math. 7 years ago. Okay, that is insane, and it's definitely not going to be a low equity deal, so there is no subject to. Yeah, let's see here. I mean, he's going, so here's the other things I'm thinking about, okay? Divorces, usually, both people are on the title. And in this case, they are. I just checked the property radar profile. Both husband and wife are on title. Usually in divorce, almost 100% of the time, I can say like with almost the utmost certainty that divorce proceedings, like they will not stay on the loan or do a seller finance note because they want to be done with each other. They want to be done with the house that they were living together in. They want to be done with each other. They just want to be in and out. So, my underwriter says it's priced right for as is. Cosmetic rehab would go for about 50,000 more, 1.3. So, I mean, this is nothing. This is dead. This is a waste of time. But if it's not a waste of time, it's a teaching moment for you guys. And that leads dead. And it's dead. South Park banker voice, and it's gone. All right. Cleveland, Ohio. We have a property in looks like a C market, C plus. Market. Near Garfield Heights, in between Garfield. Yeah, just north of Garfield Heights. So that's actually not a bad, super bad area. That's not a great area, but.
Hello?
Hey, is this Cam?
Yes?
Hey, Cam, this is Brad Garcia. I'm with Lazarus Property Group. I've been trying to get in touch with you regarding the property on East 111th Street. You submitted a response to an ad about being interested in selling that property a little while back, probably closer to the beginning of the month. Does that ring a bell at all? No, it's been a little bit.
Yeah, so we were looking to sell the house like a month ago, yes, but we haven't said it, and I believe we don't have plans in the short term to sell it because we just rented it and rehabbed the house, yeah.
Oh, okay, got it. So you rehabbed it and it's
So,
currently rented?
It is. We have a long-term rental there.
Oh, okay, great. Well, that's perfect. Yeah, no, that's awesome. You wouldn't happen to have any other properties that you're interested in selling, would you?
No, I have just these two on board and I rent now.
Okay, cool. No worries, man. Well, good luck with that one. Save my number in case that changes or you do end up having other properties or this property that you do want to sell in the future, man. We'll take a look at it at that time.
What's your name again? Sorry.
My name's Brad. Brad Garcia.
Brad, okay.
Usually I would say just save it Brad Homebuyer. That'll make it easy.
Okay, yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. I got it. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Thanks, Cam. Have a good one, buddy.
Okay, bye.
Bye. And I'm looking at that now. That property was purchased, the one that he was just talking about. In Cleveland, Ohio. Yeah, so that tells me this was not a great area. I'm glad we didn't get it purchased in January of this year for just shy of $21,000. It's a 3-bed, 1-bath, almost 1,500 square foot house. So that's kind of why we're looking in Cleveland though. Guys, I should have asked him actually. Dang, I wish I would have. I'm gonna text him. Just curious, how much is the rent for that property? I want to know because it's like, dude, you can get properties for like 20 grand and rent them out for like $800 to $1,000 a month. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. All right. What is this one? There, getting rid of that. All right, this is a lead that I actually presented an offer to about 2.5 weeks ago. The property that he wants to sell is his house, and he's moving into his parents' inherited house. So he's selling his house. He didn't want to move forward until he was absolutely certain that he was going to be on title of his parents' house. But it had already been through probate, it had already gone through, like everything had already been done that needed to be done. He had just signed papers and sent it off to his attorney. He was waiting for basically like the final copy back. So kind of frustrating because I was like, dude, you're there. You're at the finish line. There's nothing to wait on. Let's just do it. He's like, so I actually told him, I told him that the offer expired because these don't last forever. funding for that deal is allocated to another deal, so, I mean, if I do end up getting in touch with them, which it doesn't sound like we are, on
Your
this
call
call,
is forwarded to an automatic voice
I'm
message.
just gonna text him. Then it has to go back through underwriting. So essentially, like, if they don't sign right there, which I always present offers with them on the phone, emailing them the contract right there, but if they don't sign, it's like, I can give you an automatic extension of 24 hours, because typically we're moving forward right now. Anything over that 24 hours, I need to get manager approval for an extension, and anything past that, you know, it's most likely going to have to go back through underwriting and get another approval, usually at a lower cost. And I hate for that, you guys to lose out on money if you are ended up planning on moving forward anyway. So it's kind of a way to position it so that you're not just like, oh yeah, whatever, just whatever, get back to me. No big deal. It's like, we're not a commodity, right? We have limited funds, limited resources. So don't let them treat you like a commodity, because you're not. You're beautiful, baby. You're beautiful. Okay. Let me just text this guy real quick. With you regarding property at when is a good time to chat? Bingo, no. Okay, we're moving on. That was the last manual touch I will make with that guy, because that was probably the 5th call, and then I'm just putting him into a automatic follow-up sequence. My favorite automatic follow-up sequence in our CRM, it's the 1 through 12. The next day, day 3, day 5, day 7, and day 12, they get a text. And then from there, it will perpetually ping them around into random other sequences. And so they just bounce around until they either respond, in which case the automation's paused. They say stop, which they're automatically taken out, added to the DNC, or, well, yeah, that's it. They respond in some way, and then we act accordingly. All right. Moving on. Did I ever talk to this guy? See, I hate, let me look at I don't have any notes here, but let me look at this call. How long was this call?
Your call has been forwarded.
No. What's great about Forefront CRM as well is that all of your calls, your texts, your emails, everything is compiled within the property record itself. It's just really nice. Okay.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system.
That was oddly quick to get it in once in a while.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system.
Sometimes I just don't know. Let me try one more time. Thank you.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated.
Is my number with this carrier that they have like tagged, you know? I always wonder. Okay. That's it. Boom, done. Never manually touching that guy again. This one is dead. You know, man, we're doing some clean up, aren't we? All right, let me update. So the other thing too is I need to update my Lead Zolo sheet. By the way, we do have Lead Zolo. I'm going to make sure it's linked in the YouTube description if you guys want to get on. Yeah, I think it ends up being like $150, $170, somewhere around there per lead. So run that calculation through your closing percentage and extrapolate that out to what your return on investment is going to be. All right, so if you go through real quick, calculation, and you should do this for any marketing really. But if it's easier because inbound leads, it's super easy to just get a, you know, per lead dollar amount. So we're paying $150 per lead times takes you 30 leads to get one deal, which is say that's $4,500 you spent on marketing. If you know, for us, our average is like 30,000 a deal. So you know, we're in the black by 25.5. So that's so important to know your numbers. So important. That way you can make those decisions. Like, you know, you're like, oh, $150 per lead. Ooh, that sounds, you know, but if you know, oh, my closing percentage is X, which means that every 30 leads I close one deal, then you know you can just multiply the number of leads it takes to get one deal by the per lead cost. And you have your total output, your total ad spend to get a average deal, and then you got your ROI. Man. Okay. Moving on. Dude, but okay, short story here real quick. Yesterday, oh man, we have a property here in San Diego. It's a mobile home. We're set to make about 60 grand, like 57 on it for an ovation. Okay. He was supposed to close on Monday. Okay. She was not out. Okay. Little wacky lady and her husband. So we drove up there because she was like, oh, I'm going to need more days. And we're like, no, you're not understanding the legal implications that is going on right now. You're outside your contract by 2 days already. We need to close like tomorrow. So when we got up there, just imagine grandma's house threw up all across the entire house. It looked like they had it. I'd been there once or twice before. It didn't look like a single thing was taken. And we had just spent $2 grand on movers. So I was there yesterday with my partner for 6 hours, packing and moving things to storage to get her out. That's what it takes, you guys. Now, should we have outsourced earlier and had movers there and packers there and like been much more diligent in being on top of the seller? Absolutely. That was our failure, but learn from me, okay? You guys are doing novations. 2 weeks out from closing, you need to be on them like, hey, what's going on? Do we need moving expenses covered? Do we need packers and movers there? Like, get them going. Because luckily it was in our home market where we can get out there, but man, if it was a remote, that would have been a nightmare. Okay, all right, here we go. Continuing on. Property from Launch Control in Indiana. It's actually a solid deal. If I could just get this guy back on the phone. I don't know what happened. I talked to him, everything went well, and then one day just never was able to get in touch with him again. Pumpkin cream cold brew from Starbucks, by the way. So basic. But so good. And I feel like fall. I'm about to go put a cardigan on.
Hi, you've reached Ron Lockett. I'm currently unavailable to answer your call, but if you leave a voicemail or send a text message,
Oh, he texted me. Let's see what he said. Sorry, I'm in a meeting, can't answer right now. Can you text me? Absolutely, I can text you. Wow, see that, dude, follow up, you guys. Follow up. I've called this guy probably 7 times without an answer. Finally, text me back. Oh, okay. And here, great teacher. She said, sorry, I'm in a meeting, can't answer right now. Can you text me? Absolutely. When's a good time to get back on the phone? We're not doing this back and forth over text. And you said, hello, will you email me the proposal? Okay. Dead earing that. And we're just saying, absolutely. When's a good time to get back on the phone? I can email it to you, but I need to be on the phone with you. Done. Okay, cool. Again, I have a hard time doing two things at once. Namely, typing and talking. But I said, hey, Ron, great to hear from you. Absolutely can do that, because he asked if I can email and get on the, text him. I said, it is policy to be on the phone together to run through the contract, make sure you got it, and answer any questions you have right there. So wouldn't be a good time to get on a quick call. Okay, so it's company policy. We're not just never am I sending out the novation paperwork with the attorney in fact and the novation and indemnification agreement, and expecting them to not only read it but understand it, not get lost in all the legal mumbo jumbo, have a bunch of questions, and then sign. Nobody's doing that. Okay, so it should be if this is not your policy right now, it should be, no matter what. If you ever send a contract to anybody, you better be on the phone walking them through it and getting them to sign right there. Otherwise, you're doing yourself a disservice, Because how many times have you sent one and it has never came back and you never got in touch with them again? Or two, it was like a week later and you finally got back in touch with them, and then they just randomly sign and you're like, oh, okay, well, yeah, this a week has gone by, right? So never leave it in their hands. Okay. All right, so that's great. We're back in business with this guy. Okay, I thought I lost him. I thought I was just bothering him. So that's good. That's good. All good things. All good things. All right. Moving on. So another lead Zolo, step one. Haven't been able to get in touch with this guy even for our first call. So I just need to get on the phone with him to get discovery done.
Tu llamada ha sido transferida a un sistema de
Yes, all right.
mensajes de voz automatizada.
Smells like money. All right, texting him right now. Whoops, wrong hand response. Boom, there we go. Okay, taking them out. Okay, did the manual, putting them in a follow-up again, automated. Okay, done. That's it. I'm not spending time, my precious time. Okay, manually following up these guys if they're not answering. All right, got a package? Yes, thank you. Beautiful. All right, we got another one in Cleveland, Ohio, in Lorain County. By the way, really only county you should be in if you're in Cleveland to do floats. Buy and hold's different, like I was saying earlier. You can buy a $30,000, $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 property and charge, $800 to $1,200 a month. You do the math. Do 10 of those, buy them outright, own them outright. Now, they don't appreciate, okay? They're very ungrateful. But no, they really don't appreciate. Those are strictly cash flow. Really, like our strategy is buy and hold in these very high cash flow and low appreciating markets with low values. Feed the machine to purchase property in higher appreciating markets, higher value markets. That is the name of the game. Okay, anyways, on to the next call. Same one, Lorain County, Ohio. The west side of Cleveland. Hmm. That's good. Okay, is this a forever dialer or what? Okay, we're just sending it and then we are sending out the texts and then we're putting them in the automation, we're taking them out of here, not a him, not a moon. Okay, and I'm not wasting my time on you again, let's recheck them. Okay. Step 3, he's calling back. Oh, here you go. Starting with your hands up there, so playing this one. I had a note here to have a conversation with this seller about subject to, so what was I talking about here? Okay, the property is listed in High Springs, Florida. Let's look at the. Oh, here we go. Look at this. February listed for sale, 426, and at a price 426,000, and then it doesn't sell for 6 months, and your strategy is to increase it by 60 grand to 482, and then drop it to 465, 459, 448. I'm confused. Oh, got it. It's a for sale by owner. Gotcha. Okay. Understood. Okay, when did they buy it? They bought it in 2021 for 335. And 2 years later, they're trying to sell for 100 grand more. Not sure if that's how it works there. It's not for this market. All right, got it. Okay. We're gonna have a conversation. With my tasks. That's some 2 conversations.
Hello?
Hey, Wes.
Hey.
Hey, Wes, what's going on? It's Brad Garcia with Lazarus Property Group. How are you?
Hey, I'm pretty good. How are you?
Good, man. Good. You actually spoke with my assistant last week, it looks like, about the property on 160th Ave.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, got it. Yeah,
Yeah, I was just curious. I didn't know how that all worked. I figured, I was like, hey, let me see.
yeah, totally. Absolutely. You're still looking to sell that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
I was gonna do the MLS flat fee tomorrow, actually. So
Which flat fee service you using, just out of
I
curiosity?
think Baycom, Bay
Oh, okay,
something.
gotcha. Any reason in particular why you don't just have an agent listed for you?
Money. I'm not a fan of agents.
Okay.
I think it's scammy.
Oh, you think it's a scam? Got it. Okay. So you just don't want to pay.
I don't think it's a scam. I just feel it's a lot of money for nothing.
I
It's
see.
just a waste.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
Yeah.
equity you try to build in your home, and you try to build this equity, and then you try to sell it. They want $30,000 for doing a couple days worth of legwork. So
Gotcha. Okay. Well, let's see if we can do something. And if we don't have to have an agent in the process, and you could save on any type of commissions. We would pay closing costs, no commission. So you basically get to keep every bit of your equity. Now, the one thing I will say, I did have underwriting take a look at it. They did their preliminary analysis after Erica spoke with you. And the notes that I got back were that it is a little high. It is updated, but it's just a little plain compared to the comps. If you put about 20 grand into it, you might be able to sell for your list price. Have you thought about just putting some more money into it, kind of getting a little higher finish on it? Is that an option for you?
it has new floors,
a remodeled spare bathroom, has new roof, new well, new gutters. I have built the shop. The shop's not even reflected on the Zillow listing for the Zestimate they give you. I just built that, so it hasn't even populated down, so
Oh, we don't even
There's
see a estimate because it
$40,000.
is listed, so there's no estimate
yeah.
there.
Yeah. So the Zestimate's not even right yet because the tax record hasn't reflected. But I have talked to a few realtors, I have a few friends and stuff, and they said I was actually comped a little low or right at where it should sell. And that's only because I do have that 30 by 26 shop in the back
Okay,
that has full electric. There's a 20 by 25 carport for RV parking back there. None of that is reflected on the Zillow or the Zestimate, if you will. And that's all I've used is Zillow. That's the only place I've listed it. So
right. Now, am I reading this right, that it was listed back in February?
we listed it in February and we had it listed for a day. And we got like 7 calls in 45 minutes. So I yanked it back down because we weren't ready. And I was like, man, I just priced this too low because I didn't do any comps. I just kind of went with what the neighborhood was doing, if you will, at the time.
Uh-huh,
And that was a couple months ago. So a neighbor across the street has the exact same house. I think it's 200 square feet bigger, but it has no pool, no shop, no RV parking, an old roof, old well, everything's original. And it sold for $454 2 months ago. Either $450 or $454. But you could look it up on Zillow if you look the street directly across from me. And I think it sold for $450. And you know, mine has a new roof, new gutters, new well, new water heater, new water softener, new pump. I mean, everything's new here.
okay,
The only thing we didn't redo was the master bathroom. But it really doesn't need much.
gotcha, okay. Well, I'm curious
And
then,
I'm
because
just
I mean,
giving you a background.
no, I appreciate that. I appreciate that info. So that, I mean, that always makes me wonder then, why has it not sold already?
Well, it's because on Zillow, I put that I will not work with any brokers or realtors. I've had tons of calls from brokers and realtors, and I'm like, nope, I'm not going to give you $13,000 for bringing someone to the house and walking around and walking away. We're in no hurry. We're not a motivated seller. We're just wanting to move we're wanting to move to Tennessee so she can be near her mom. Her mom and dad got divorced and her mom's not in good health.
Gotcha.
So she was like, let's just go back. Let's just go to Tennessee. It's close to mom and go where there's seasons. Because
Yeah.
you know, it's hot as hell down here.
Yeah,
So
I heard that.
that's really it. So I don't care if it takes 6 months to sell. That's why I was going to list it on the MLS possibly. I dropped the price today on Zillow. I don't know if you've seen that yet. I was like, you know,
It's
taking
at
out the realtor.
448 right now. Is that where it's supposed to be?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was like, you know, if I take out the realtor cost and on the buyer's agent side, which is, you know, 2.5%, 3%, that's 11,000 right there. So I was like, you know, let's just take them out of the picture, price it lower. And I've already gotten 2 calls today, and I just did that probably 4 hours ago.
Okay, gotcha.
So
Okay, let me, I guess I'm also curious too. You said it's your mother-in-law, right? That's not in great condition, health.
right.
Okay, gotcha. I mean, is that like anything that's where time is of the essence? Or I mean, do you have 6 months or a year just to kind of like sit on this house if it doesn't sell?
I have 6 months to sit on the house, and from what everybody's telling me is the market's going up. They're like, it's flattening in other places, but for some reason it's going up. There was another house that just came up today, similar to mine without the pool and lot, and it was listed for $525. It was 200 square foot bigger.
Mhm.
So I was like, damn, I was like, I'm probably leaving money on the table. You know, I probably should just get a realtor, price it higher, and then just pay the fees.
Yeah.
You know, But we had a buyer, I'm just being frank with you, honestly.
Yeah,
We had somebody come by Monday. We actually had two people, but we had a couple come by Monday. They're a nurse and a firefighter, and they live in the town next to us. They absolutely love the house. They brought a broker agent. I know her, and I was like, I'll do 2%. So she's like, well, let me bring you 2 buyers and see. They loved the house. They wanted it. They looked at the tax records and the electricity, and they're like, it's just, we can't afford that. So I was like, it's like, it is, it is what it is. It's just, they're the young couple. They're just really getting started. So
yeah, I gotcha.
it was just too much money
Okay,
payment wise.
yeah, gotcha.
So.
Well, yeah, I wanted to just kind of bring up some other solution. I mean, if you're saying you're not really, you don't really care, mom-in-law can just sit there for, 6 months to a year. I mean, it's not really like a time is of the essence issue where you guys are trying to move quickly, then I would say,
Well,
just wait,
yeah, we
you
want to
know?
move. I mean, we're ready.
No, I
It's just, if
understand.
it does take 6 months. It takes 6 months. Yeah, I can't
Sure.
do anything until it sells.
Right, exactly. So, I mean, and it may just be where you need to sit for longer and, let the market dictate, where you guys are at for us to be able to
Right.
work together. But I can tell you the one strategy that the underwriting department had looked at and kind of put through for pre-approval was something where we might be able to just pay you out your equity, and if you're open to us taking over the mortgage. So that would allow us,
It is assumable. It is a VA. And from what I understand, I'm totally open to that because I think my interest rate is 3.25, maybe,
okay,
because it's a VA loan. I did refinance shortly after we bought it, like 6 months, because I had to get a new roof, which was $25,000. I had to get a new well, which was $4,200. I had to get new carpet. I was just bleeding money
Yeah.
because we bought it. We bought the house kind of distressed, but during COVID, there was no homes available. So we had to overpay for a home that was basically needed everything.
yeah, gotcha.
So,
Okay, well,
but
great, yeah,
if
VA
you
loans,
want to do an assumption,
awesome. Well, it's not technically,
Yeah.
so an entity cannot assume a loan.
Okay.
What we would be doing is something called subject to. Or
Mhm.
a purchase subject to the existing mortgage, so the mortgage would stay in place exactly as it is. We would just take over payments after paying you out your equity. So,
okay.
like.
The only problem is that with it, I'm sorry, I'm VA.
Yeah,
So in order for me to reuse the VA, I have to take this VA off first, I guess. I can only have
Well-
one VA loan at a time. I've heard different stories about that.
yeah. It's not,
So-
there is no number of loans. You can have 10. There's an entitlement amount that you have allotted to you, and it's going to depend on the market you're in. So we would need to figure that out for sure if you're planning on reusing it. But, I don't know, I don't even know if we're at that point yet. It sounds like you got a
Right.
couple other eyes on it. Probably be easier to just, see if you can, sell it conventionally to a retail buyer who's going to bring their own financing. For us, the
Right.
way we see it, it's like, okay, well, you have a 3.25% interest rate. Why would we not leverage that? That's not coming back anytime soon.
No, yeah, that's money in the bank.
Yeah, oh yeah, exactly. So if we could just effectively net you the same, if not more than we could in a either like a conventional loan or cash scenario where we would be bringing new debt to pay off your debt, or just bringing, a lump of cash with us to pay you off.
Right.
Either way, the loan doesn't, you don't put that in your pocket. So that amount, whatever that balance is, we have to write that off. So all you care about is what the purchase price comes out to minus the mortgage balance, because that's what you put in your pocket. And that's what we can actually,
The equity.
The equity, yeah. So what's great and why it makes it more of a win-win scenario than say just a straight cash offer or even conventional financing is that all we're bringing to the closing table is closing costs and your equity versus coming with the entire, $400,000 to pay off your debt
Right.
and put money in your pocket. Now, at this time, I'm bringing.
So is that- Sorry.
No, go ahead.
So how is that different from an assumption?
Okay, an assumption is where a private person is taking over, they're assuming the mortgage. So their name is actually on the mortgage. They assume it, they go through the underwriting. It's their, at the end of the process, it's their mortgage, right? It's assumed.
Okay.
Okay, and with the VA, it has to be another veteran. So it's even more,
Well, I talked to my lender, who's a veteran, and he says it doesn't have to be a veteran
well, I
For a
guess
VA
to
loan.
get there, the
for an
same.
assumable.
Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, he might have a different way that we don't. He's,
I
it
got
sounds
you,
like he's the,
gotcha.
he's the professional, but. So the difference is, yeah, the difference is in a subject too, the financing stays exactly how it is in place. And then we take over the payments. So purchase happens, title transfers. We pay you out your equity. So like, I'll just throw out numbers here for a sec, right? We'll just make it easy. Let's say your
So
mortgage
it still
balance.
remains in my name.
Correct. Yep. Everything stays exactly
Okay.
the way it is.
Okay.
So just for like example's sake, let's say your mortgage balance is 300,000 and we set a sale price of 400,000. So we take over that $300,000 in debt. We're promising to pay every month, which we will have either a renter or some other exit strategy where we will be paying that every month. So that'll get paid.
Gotcha.
And then at the closing table, that $100,000 difference goes in your pocket.
All right. Yeah, I had another guy call me. It was along the similar lines. They're investors, but he was actually wanting to move here because his girlfriend works here. But he was like, "Oh, it takes, it'd be like 4 to 8 years." I'm like, "Damn, that just sounds like a lot of risk on my part." So,
Well,
But-
not really, because let's just say we didn't pay, like for whatever reason, I got abducted by aliens and we
Right.
defaulted. We
that happened.
hey, actually, you never know. The Congress is
You never know.
involved now.
Yeah.
Yeah, hey, so it is in the realm of possibility. We won't rule it out.
Right.
So if that did happen, right, and we did default on the loan, we have protections in place, and these are just things that we can discuss as we get closer to it if we do end up kind of like getting past those bridges. But
Got you.
but there are basically, like, short story is there are protections in place that would automatically revert title back to you if a default were to occur. You're kept in the loop of all the payments that are being made, any missed payments, any late payments, anything like that. There's a servicing company that we set up so that you are aware of everything that's going on. So short story is there are protections in place. You don't just like, oh, I hope they pay and I'll never hear from these guys again. So hopefully they're paying my mortgage and not defaulting and being foreclosed upon. And I just have no idea. That would be irresponsible. And we wouldn't expect you to sell a house that way either. I wouldn't.
Right.
I'd want to make sure that I
No,
was
no.
kept in the loop and, understood that, like, what was going on with it. So we understand that, we put those protections in place. Honestly, that would be like the best day of your life, Wes.
Right. Got the house back for less money.
The equity,
Plus
the
the
mortgage pay
equity, yeah.
down, all the upkeep we've done, all the, appreciation that's happened. Yeah, so yeah, you get it.
So does it, if it remains in my name, technically, the loan?
Yeah.
Doesn't that count against me if I go to get another loan? I mean,
Yeah.
they're like, oh, you already owe on this one, so.
It's a great question. So the short answer is it's really going to depend on the lender. It's very lender specific.
Mhm.
I've actually had lenders who will write off after I've talked to them and kind of explain what's going on. If the seller wanted to immediately repurchase, I've had them write off 100% of their debt to income of that mortgage. Because it's essentially like, think of it this way, if you were gonna rent out the property, you're gonna hold it and have renters. Same thing, it's a third party payment. Somebody else is paying for the mortgage. So as long as the lender is aware that we are actually responsible for the payments and you aren't, which is just like a one-page piece of paper that says that we're gonna be paying it and you're not gonna be responsible for it anymore. Then they're actually pretty flexible on their underwriting when it comes to DTI. So
Okay.
they won't all write off 100% of it, a lot of them will do 75% for the first 12 months. And then 100% for 13 months and on. So it's just,
I got you.
yeah, you just gotta find a lender that's willing to work with you.
All right. Well, it's definitely food for thought. I mean,
Yes, yeah,
honestly,
that sounds good, man. Yeah, I just wanted to kind of, educate you at this point, touch base with you. It seems like you got some other options. You're not super, in a hurry. If any of that changes, definitely like save my number against Brad. I usually tell people just to save it as Brad Home Buyer, makes it easy.
okay.
But save my number, text me with any questions you have, talk to your wife, kind of, let her know. And then I'll periodically reach out to you and check in, see how things
Yeah,
are going.
that sounds good. Well, I appreciate the information, honestly, and, we'll see what happens.
That sounds good, Wes. Appreciate your time, buddy.
Yeah, you have a good night, Brad. Thank you.
Yeah, you too, bud. See ya.
Bye.
That's about as good, I think, as you can hope for on a call like that. Again, I wanted to be like, wow, what's your wife think about you not being that motivated to get to her mom who is in failing health? I could wait 6 months. What about your wife? Could she wait? But yeah, this one's got to season a bit, this one's we gotta let this one just simmer on the grill for a little bit, get a little char on the back. Because he's just not feeling it. We need wifey to be like, when is this gonna get sold? Why don't you just hire a real estate agent? You talk to that guy that you talked to, told me about he was gonna buy creatively, blah, blah, blah. I wanna go see my mom. Right? Guys, any married guys watching right now, like your wife bugging you like that, or is that not going to motivate you a little more? Just freaking get it done. Okay. Oh, here's an update. This guy says he doesn't have any free time to go through a contract, to just email it. What are you talking about? You're gonna read it at some point. If I email it to you, you have to take time to run through it. And why not just do that together? You feel me? What are you saying? What are you saying? Okay, sorry, so I said, because like, that's ridiculous, you know? He said, I don't really have any free time to talk through it, I would just like the email. I said, totally understand. Totally understand, being a busy guy myself, it only takes a couple of minutes and it is a company requirement. As you can imagine, there's a lot in the contract that can come up as questions. We'd like to make sure we're not leaving anything to the imagination. 5 to 10 minutes tops. Let's get time tomorrow. Okay, I'm just pushing this through. We're just moving it forward. We're not letting him get away with that. Okay, so what time is good tomorrow? You know what I mean? Like, all right, I'm gonna step one call to make. This will be my last call, guys, so I have to,
Call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system.
We're trying to get-
073255257
make sure
is
you know
not
I'm
available.
voicemail.
At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hey, Megan, Brad Garcia with Lazarus Property Group here, just trying to get back in touch with you regarding the property on Bridlewood Ave. We've texted quite a bit, just haven't been able to catch you on a phone call, and I do have a couple of questions for you to see if it'd be a good fit to purchase it. So if you can, just give me a call back. Phone number is 858-290-7525. Thanks so much. Talk to you soon. There's some now, the initial text, canned response, and then I'm putting her in an automated policy. She hasn't responded to me in like 2 weeks, so we're just. Like I said, I'm clearing out the junk drawer, so to speak, on my task list. I'm just a. Okay, all right, guys, well. Appreciate you guys being on so much. Thank you. Please support the channel, like, subscribe, do all the things, notification bell. You know, I'm pretty much going to be doing these lives probably at the very least every other day, but I'm going to try to do them every day. So hit the notification bell so that you can be notified when I start to go live. Other than that, man, we'll have the JV form, we'll have the lead Zolo affiliate link. If you guys want those inbound PPC leads, and yeah, we'll see you on the next call. See you guys tomorrow or the next day, which should be Monday. All right, happy Thursday, guys. See ya. All right, let me end this thing. How do I get out of here?